25 to 30 minutes in, maybe a little bit more, but I actually already went and trained this morning and got some rounds in. I'm a bit sore, so I'm gonna do a bit and then, yeah, just try to get a couple rounds in on the bag. Oh shit. Flipped a little bit there. Yo, what's up, Muhammad? Appreciate you joining in, bud. Uh, Landy, appreciate you joining in. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. You know, the closer I get to that 500 mark, the closer I get to being able to do this more full time. You know, the more subscribers I get, the more it helps me just focus on training. I actually got another fight coming up July 12th. I just decided on it today. It's going to be another smoker. I haven't got word on what it's going to be, whether it's going to be MMA, Muay Thai, or kickboxing, but it's going to be one of those three. I said whatever works best for their matchmaking. So that'll be fun. More experience in for the year. My goal is to probably get, like, after this one, at least five more. I'm gonna do another IKF in August, which is, it's really just kind of point Muay Thai. It's pretty amateur, and then another IKF in November, as well as I'm gonna try to get a bunch more smokers in. So like at least 3 or 4 smokers on top of that. This year, just trying to stay busy, busy. And I appreciate the compliment on the skills, man. Today I'm sore. I actually went and trained this morning, so right now I'm just really focusing on technique. I'm not going too hard. Just working some of my kicks and everything. The knees I was going a little bit harder on, but I need work on my knees, so I probably should slow it down just in general. But you know, I'm working a little bit of everything. And with the kicks, with that stand, it's not the best to go quickly on them. You hit your toes on that stand, and you're not. It's not gonna be feeling too great. The shin is whatever. Once you condition your shin, you know you can take some of those. But the toes, they still break, man. I'm gonna get back to it. Again, appreciate everybody joining in. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Appreciate those that are watching. Feel free to comment. And yeah, appreciate you showing up. Today I'm I already trained this morning, so I'm a little sore. So really, I'm just focusing on technique. How do you block the liver as a southpaw boxer? I mean, there's different ways to block, but I mean, like, it depends. Like, if you're just a boxer, like, even if I'm a southpaw, you know, you got the Philly shell, you know, if you want to fight like that. But just in general, like I like using my elbows. You know what I mean? Obviously, this is my liver side. Your liver is on your right side of the body, right here, the middle of your solar plex, over, right? So for me personally, I like using my elbow, especially with kickboxing. You know, somebody throws a teep kick and they kick that elbow, they're gonna be hesitant to throw that kick again. That's a good way to get your toes broken. So a lot of the times, like I like if that strike is coming in for my liver, I like using my my high guard and I like using my elbow to block it. But there's different ways to do it. Everybody has different preferences. Me, I like using my elbow because even with the boxing gloves on, they punch that elbow, they're still going to be able to feel it. It doesn't feel good. Nobody wants to punch an elbow over and over again, especially if you get them to catch it on the point of your elbow. Like, let's say they're throwing like a cross or something, and you catch them coming in for that liver shot right there. Catch them right on the point. They're going to be hesitant about throwing that. Let me know if you got any more questions. Appreciate you tuning in, Dustin. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. More subscribers I get, the closer I can get to having some help with sponsors and everything, and just focus on fighting. As I said, probably a little bit before you tuned in, I got another fight coming up July 12th. I also have a video being edited for my YouTube at the moment by some of my friends that are really good at editing, and that should be up by the end of today or tomorrow morning. It's taking a little bit longer, you know. Work is work, so it is what it is, but it will be up soon. And that was my last exhibition, which was Muay Thai. The smoker, that's going to be July 12th. That will be my fourth one for the year. So I'm trying to get a bunch of experience in this year, working on getting my blue belt in jiu-jitsu. That way I can get some amateur MMA fights in this year. Or not this year, excuse me. So I can get amateur MMA fights in the beginning of next year is my goal. I'm probably going to do PFC, which is a Peak Fighting Championship. It's a southern organization, like a regional organization, and they help you really start building yourself and everything. Yes, sir. Do you do any actual boxing? Like, do you go to a gym at all, or do you just train at home? Because it's always good to go to an actual gym and get that actual work in. Because, like, you know, train with your buddies in the backyard. You know, you'll pick up some stuff, but actually going to the gym and working the technique and everything, that's where you really learn. No, I'm not a southpaw. I'm orthodox, but I like switching stances because in my southpaw stance, that rear roundhouse kick, I've been practicing. So here, let me bring the phone over here so you guys can see what I mean. So when I'm in an orthodox stance, right, especially when we're doing MMA, it works for kickboxing too. I landed it in my last fight, but like if I'm bringing my southpaw out a little bit more. And some of the time, they don't notice you switch stance, and then I go right into that roundhouse kick. So I go right into that kick, right to the liver, right? And another thing I like throwing, I've been practicing, is throwing that jab and southpaw right into that hook to the liver. But yeah, I know. So I'm right here. I know it's probably not as clean as when I throw an orthodox, but you don't practice it, you don't get better at it, right? But yeah, I'm orthodox. I'm right-handed. I try to switch stances. I try to work on both because you're able to set up stuff. You know, if I don't ever work southpaw and then you try to fight southpaw, it's gonna feel super. Like when you first start training, it's gonna feel super uncomfortable. You know. But the more you train, the more comfortable you feel, and the more you feel comfortable throwing different strikes from different angles, and you know, just in general. So like the more I work southpaw, the more comfortable I feel in southpaw, the better I get at it. I'm gonna go back to the bag. I yapped a little bit too much. Alright, so that one, throwing my rear hand by 2, right? When I'm throwing that hook, switching stances into that switch kick. That's another shot that you can set up to the liver too. So slowly, 2, 3, right into that liver kick. Also, another thing I've been trying to work on more with my my teeps is placement, right? So when I'm throwing the teep, try to land, that was terrible, but you know what I mean. Try to land more for the side because your liver is going to be on the right side of your body. So instead of hitting right here, yeah, it's going to push my opponent back, right? But if I'm hitting right here, right here, right here, I'm more likely going to land it on the liver when I throw it. Boom. That would be the solar plex. I could catch the liver right there. It's a little hard with socks on, but on the concrete, so I don't freaking scrape up all my feet and shit. They're already messed up a little bit from the mats. I like to wear the socks. Honestly, that's probably it. I'm tired. Already, like I said, I already trained this morning. And yeah, no point in overdoing it. I'm going to be screaming all throughout the week. So, appreciate everybody tuning in. You guys have a great day.